In the graveyard behind Kakariko Village, you'll find a character known as Graveyard Boy. Everyone who's played Ocarina of Time likely remembers him and the side quest he's tied to. But for those that don't, here's some info. At one point early in the game, you're required to go to Death Mountain, the entrance of which is guarded by, you guessed it, a guard. This guard is known as the Death Mountain Trail Gatekeeper, and upon giving him Princess Zelda's letter, he allows you to pass. While talking to him, he'll mention his son wanting a kitten mask, thus kicking off the Happy Mask Shop side quest. Part of this quest involves finding a buyer for the spooky mask, which is where Graveyard Boy comes in. From talking to him, you'll find out he's a big fan of the Gravekeeper, Dampe. He even spends his time mimicking his walk and carrying a stick like a shovel. Since he thinks it will help him be more like Dampe, he'll gladly pay you for the mask. And for most people, the story ends here. Except, it doesn't. As an adult, many characters have either moved to different locations, or are just missing. So when most players go back to the graveyard as adult Link, and don't see Graveyard Boy there, or anywhere else in the game for that matter, they just assume he's gone now. Maybe he died, maybe he left Hyrule, whatever. However, an old interview from 1999 elaborates on the fate of Graveyard Boy. For Link to be able to wield the Master Sword, he was put into a 7-year slumber, which as we all know, also gave Ganondorf ample time to wreak havoc on Hyrule. 5 years into this slumber, Graveyard Boy's father went missing. For those wondering, his father is strongly implied to be the Death Mountain Trail Gatekeeper, the same guard who asked us to get a kitten mask for his son. This is a piece of info you can get by talking to Graveyard Boy while wearing the kitten mask. Anyways, Graveyard Boy decided to go search for his father, which eventually led him to the Lost Woods. For those that are unaware, things usually don't turn out well for non-Kokiri that wander into the Lost Woods, with Link being a notable exception, probably because of Navi.
Hello!
So Graveyard Boy unsurprisingly got lost in the Lost Woods, and because he was a child without a fairy, he turned into a Skull Kid. And tragically, that's where Graveyard Boy's story seems to end. It's a story that, in many ways, parallels that of Link's. He might not be a hero, but he was a kid in a world that was becoming very dark, very fast. While Link had to sacrifice his childhood for the greater good, Graveyard Boy had his childhood taken from him in a different way. He lost his youthful years to the chaos and fear caused by Ganondorf, culminating in his father going missing, thus starting his own adventure. Except during his travels, he didn't have Navi like Link did. He didn't have the wisdom of the sages. He didn't have any help that we know of. And unlike Link, he sadly didn't succeed. However, this is just one fate of Graveyard Boy. As many know, Ocarina of Time splits into different timelines. In the adult and downfall timelines, Graveyard Boy is a Skull Kid. That's because both timelines involve adult Link, and the Graveyard Boy's search starts during his slumber. But, in the child timeline, Link returns to his youth, and even goes on to have other adventures. And, since Ganondorf isn't able to plummet the land into darkness, at least not again in Ocarina of Time, Graveyard Boy's father presumably won't go missing, so no adventure leading to his fate in the Lost Woods. I like to think Graveyard Boy lived long enough to become Graveyard Man, and eventually took over for Dampe after his passing. Maybe there's even a kid in the village that wants to be just like him, continuing the legacy of Graveyard Boy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So, I had a lot of fun making this video. Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'll probably make a lot more videos like this. So be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more stuff like this. It really helps and it means a lot. Thanks for watching. Till next time.